Good morning students, welcome back to Information Technology, lesson number 1, Basic of Information Technology. In this today's lectures, you are going to learn Graphical User Interface, GUI. Also, you are going to learn the Command Line Interface, CLI. As well as you are going to learn the desktop environment of Ubuntu 18.4, the Linux operating systems, and the Ubuntu Dashboard. And finally, you are going to learn File Explorer and Software Center. So let's start. Let us learn what are things we are going to learn. Graphical user interface, that is called GUI. Second is command line interface, CLI. Third is desktop environment of Ubuntu 18.4 and the Ubuntu Dashboard. And finally, File Explorer and Software Center. So let's see what is graphical user interface. GUI means graphical user interface. In Windows, we use or we click on the images or icon, or sometimes we open the dialog box to interact with the computer to do the particular task. So that is called the graphical user interface, is when the user interact with the computer using images, icon and dialog boxes. So let's see the Ubuntu's desktop screen. This is called the desktop environment of Ubuntu's 18.4. The many year you have learned the Windows and Windows desktop also you saw. On the Windows desktop you will find there wallpaper. On the wallpaper there are some various icon you are clicking on there to open the various applications. There you will find a taskbar also, or the start buttons to open some application. The similar way the Ubuntu in the Linux also, this is the Linux desktop. This is the Linux desktop. On the Linux desktop environment, this is also called the Ubuntu 18.4. It is a part of the Linux operating systems, and this is another software operating systems. In this operating system you will get this type of interface, user interface, where user can click on the particular button to open some application. This is called app menu. This is called dock. Whenever you open any application, it will come and stay over here. So that is called the dock. In the Windows, this is called the taskbar. In Windows, this is called the taskbar. On the taskbar there is a start button where you are clicking the start button, opening the apps. So this in Ubuntu it is called the dock, and where the 9 dots are shown over here, 3339, this is called the application menu, where you have to click and it will open for you. So like a mobile, you will see all the application over there. In Windows it is called start button to start the application. Now all the activities which are open, that will be shown on the taskbar. In Windows also, which are the application you open, that will be kept on the taskbar. Running application will be shown on the taskbar. So here also the activity which is open over there, that will be shown on the dock. Okay, then the clock, calendar and notifications. On the top there is a clock, notification also shown, and the calendar. This is called the calendar is shown over here, and the right top upper bar here it is shown the system menu. This is called as the system menu, which shows the power button, reset button, etc. You can shut down directly your computer by clicking on this. So now we will see the practically how we can open this activity dock application menu in the Ubuntu. So before we go there, we have to once again we'll see what is this figure shows in the Ubuntu 18.4. It look like it is also called as the GNOME. This is also called as the GNOME, GNOME, GNOME. There are a lot of GUIs or desktop environment, and that user can install, but this is the default. This is the default. The left bar is called the panel. Left bar is called as the panel, and there are shortcut to program. There are shortcut to program as well as currently open program. As well as currently open programs are shown on this. The top bar has the date and time. This top bar has date and time. So the date and time is shown already. And if it is if you click over here, it shows the calendar. If it is a menu will pop up with the calendar and notification. This notification and the calendar. It also shows that the top right side will show user battery. Here user battery information. If on a laptop, network information also is shown over here, such as Wi-Fi or Ethernet, and option for logging in, restarting and shutting down the computer. Logging in, restarting and shutting down the computer. At the bottom of left, there is an icon for the app menu. Here there is an icon for the app menu. Clicking on it, it will show a list of all the apps installed on the computer. The search option is used for quick search of the application. The home folder is where all the personal document and setting are stored, and every user has their own home folder. Now let's see the practically Ubuntu. I'm now going to start how the Ubuntu systems will work. Now this is the actually operating system, Ubuntu. I'm going to put a password 123, and now the Ubuntu operating system started. Now I'm going to show you the practically where the doc is. This is called doc. This taskbar you can change by going here and clicking on the setting. You can go and click on the dock over here, and then you can increase the size of the dock over there, as well as you can decrease. Okay, but you want this dock, or also called as the taskbar, to the left, to the right side you want, then click on the right, it will go to the right side. Look here, it come to the right side. You can take it bottom also, like a Windows also having the bottom here. So here you will get a start button and all this. So mostly it is kept left hand side of the Ubuntu operating system. Yeah, okay. So this way you can change the dock positions left to right or the bottom. As I told you, all the activity, look here, these are the activities. These activities already is shown over here. Okay, which are the opens by default, that is shown on the taskbar, also called as the dock. And the down here I spoke about, this is called the app menu, also called as the show application. If you click here, all the application will be shown. See here, all the applications are shown. All the applications are shown, like your mobile. This is little bit different interface of Windows and the Linux Ubuntu operating system. So here all the applications are shown. In the Windows, how it is shown here, by clicking on this all this Windows it shows application like this, but in the Linux it shows like this. Okay, this all application it shows like this, but in the Windows you have to click over here, and then you can search all program over here like this, and this all program you are getting here. But in the Linux you have to click on the show application, and all the application will open here. You can directly open anyone. Now suppose you want to open the Firefox, this browser you want to open, then click over here and it will open for you. Now look, it is opening for you, Firefox, Mozilla Firefox. In Linux operating system it is opening. I'm simultaneously both operating systems I'm using, Windows as well as the Linux Ubuntu. So it's a Firefox is open here. Now you can search what you want to search the information. Suppose you are going to search any site, you can search, for example, Don Bosco, Don Bosco School, Orus, and press enter key. You will get all the information about the Don Bosco School, Orus. So this is your school site, Don Bosco. On the Facebook side it is. So Don Bosco's site also is present over here. Okay, and once you click it will work. And now this is working in the Linux operating system. This internet I am using in the Linux operating systems. I am showing you what is different between the Windows and the Linux. This year you are going to learn the Linux, and it is a open source operating system. Free is given you, not like a Windows closed source software that you have to purchase is. There you have to spend the money, and then you can work on that, and it will not work properly also. Sometime it will give the error, and then you are going to format it. But this Linux operating system will work long life. Okay, it will work long life. So now see one example I have given how we can use Mozilla Firefox or any browser in the Linux. So just close it. So this way you can open any application which you want to open. In Windows you call the recycle bin, here it is called the trash. So if you click on the trash, whatever application you have deleted, that will come in the trash. Trash is empty because I have not deleted any file over here. Okay, so this is your desktop. Here you can right click, you can create a new folder. So I am creating new folder here, Don Bosco. Click create. So this new folder will appear here. In the same way how you create in a Windows, similar way you can create in the Linux Ubuntu also. So now let's say next one. Here I showed you, if you click here, the calendar will open. The calendar is open. My dear students, while watching this window, you have to keep your book open. Information technology or the PDF you have to keep open, and you can see on page number 8 this desktop environment of Ubuntu 18.4 is shown. I am using 19.4, that's why little bit different user interface you will find over here, but almost same. Okay, now this is the calendar is shown here. The calendar, you can change the date and all, whatever that will be changed. Now today's date is 18. Okay, the next 19, here it is shown. Here the calendar and time also it is shown over here. Okay, this is called clock, calendar and notifications. But in this here, the top bar, date and time is over. If it is click, here it is showing this pop-up window with the calendar and notification. It also shows the right side will show user battery. Look here. Here also you can see the battery if you are using laptop and all, it shows. Okay, if on a laptop or network interface, now is a network interface such as a Wi-Fi or Ethernet. Now I connected internet, so that's why Ethernet is showing over here, as well as the logging and shutdown. This is a shutdown button, wire connected here, login internet. Okay, the user also who is connected here, that's showing here, as well as you can click on shutdown. Okay, and you can go to the setting also to make some changes in your Linux operating systems. So this is the desktop environment of your Ubuntu 18.4 or the 19.4. So you can close this one. Okay, now here in your book it is asked, do it yourself. Open the Ubuntu Software Center from the panel and search for GIMP. Now here we are going to search for GIMP. Now click here and type GIMP. I am typing GIMP to search any application, whether it is present or no. And if it is present in this operating system, it will be shows. Otherwise we are going to install. Now see, GIMP is shown, no image manipulations program. So if you click over here, that program is going to install, or you are going to open that particular programs. So run, update and uninstall software from the software center, that we are going to learn next time. I'll show you how to install this Ubuntu on your computer without uninstalling your Windows operating system. So next lecture we are going to learn this, how to install it, how I install on my computer. Okay, then next, command line interface. We are going to learn the command line interface. Now command line interface is when the user interact with the computer. The command line interface is when user interact with the computer using the text, and this is done by the typing command into the terminal. This is done by typing command into the terminal. Now how you going to find out the terminal? You have to go to the show application and type over here terminal. Terminal. Once you type terminal, this command prompt, in Windows we call this is called command prompt, in Linux it is called terminal, where you can type the command. Okay, the default CLI and Ubuntu 18.4 or 19.4 is called as the bash, and it is a command processor that run in a text window where the user type command that cause action. Command means action, whatever action you are going to take, that you are going to type their command. The commands are program that are run when user type command's name, and there are number of different commands that user can use. Some are explaining. Now I am going to hear what are the commands you can type and you can get an output. Suppose you want to open the Firefox by using this terminal, then you can type here Firefox, open Firefox browser from the command line. Now how I'm going to open that? So I can type Firefox and press enter key. Now once you press the enter key, see the Firefox browser is open. So this way you can type any command and that will open for you by using the command line interface. So now you are learning that is graphical user interface, but command line interface also is very important. Linux is totally based on command line interface. When we had learned these operating systems, Linux as well as the Windows, that time we have learned command base. Everything was command base. Any file we are going to open, that we have to write the command and that file is opening. Now you are learning that is called graphical user interface. That's why you are clicking on this start button or show applications and you are getting all the application over here. So that's the difference between command line interface and the graphical user interface. So let's see one more thing. Create a new file on the desktop called hello.txt. This file you are going to raise, then you are going to again go to the command line over here and you can create a file over there. So that we are going to learn in the next lecture. Again I'm going to show you one more interface of this. So Ubuntu Dashboard. So this is called Ubuntu Dashboard. This is called Ubuntu Dashboard. Dashboard means all the application will be shown over here, and which application you are going to open, just click on that application, it will open. Now suppose you're going to open the Excel. In the open source Excel called as here Microsoft Word you will not get, but instead of Microsoft Word there is another office called as the Libreoffice. So Libreoffice you are going to use this here. So you want to use Excel, then click on the Libreoffice Calc. Now see, this is Libreoffice Calc, opening Excel. So now Excel will open. See, the Excel is open. It is same like your Microsoft Excel. You can change this, instead of this one file edit view, insert format this you want to change, you can change. You can go over here user input, you can click on tab, so you will get a tab like a Microsoft Excel, file, home, insert, layout, data, like this all tab you will get how you are using the Microsoft Excel. That way same interface will remain, there is no any changes. Okay, this way you can open any application by clicking on show application and clicking on that. Suppose you want to open the Word, but there is no Word, but instead of Word, suppose you type your word, then also it shows writer over here, LibreOffice writer. So this is called writer in LibreOffice. Here also you can change the interface. You don't want menus, then go to the views, click on user interface and click on tab. So you will, because you got a habit of using tab now this day, so you can use the tab like this by changing the user interface. Okay, so this is called as a Ubuntu Dashboard. It is shown on page number 9 in your IT book. Okay, so I am showing you practically how to open all the application from the Linux. Okay, so these are all the application which are going to use daily. You are going to use the Office, so here LibreOffice is given. Suppose you want to prepare a presentation, here Libreoffice Powerpoint is given. So now this is a LibreOffice presentation. So LibreOffice presentation, here you can select any slide, click on open and it will open PowerPoint for you. Okay, so now go to the view and change the user interface and make it tab, so you can work straight away in the tab. Slideshow also is there, slide is there, insert, home, file, all the tools are available here. What you're going to do here, so this is your PowerPoint presentation in Linux. Now you understood now what is Windows and what is Linux operating system. Almost both the operatings are same, but only the little bit different is there in the Windows and Linux operating systems. So here Ubuntu is user friendly operating system like Windows. Next we are going to see File Explorer and Software Center, where we are going to get the File Explorer. Now here the File Explorer is there, so go to the show application and the File Explorer. Here is a File Explorer. So if you click over here, all the files, desktop, document, download, music, picture, public, this all folder you are getting in the Windows, same way here you will get. This is your desktop, Don Bosco work folder you have created. Your document, whatever the file you are going to create, that will come in the document. Music file will remain in the music, picture file remain in the picture, and the video file you will going to find in the video folder. And whatever unwanted file you have deleted, that will come into the trash. Okay, so this is the user interface of the Ubuntu Linux operating systems. The file explorer and software center also, you just now you saw how you are going to open that. You just click here and click on the file. Once you click on the file, you will get all the file explorer will show the desktop, document, download folder, music folder, picture folder, videos, etc. So the next we are going to learn that all the commands, how we are going to create a directory, which command is used to create this. Now we're going to see in your IT book there are the various commands are given which we can use in this Ubuntu operating system. So on page number 10 the commands are given. The first command is given, that is called as the ls command, list directory command. So what is the use of list directory command? Let's see. To use this command you are going to open the terminal first. So to open the terminal, just go to the search box and type terminal. The terminal will come here. You have to click on that. Then terminal means the command prompt is open. In this command prompt you can use the command which is given on page number 10 in your book. Okay, so this lecture I am going to show you only the 4 or 5 command. Okay, the next class you are going to learn all these commands, because I am going to show you how to install this operating system on your computer without uninstalling Windows operating systems. Okay, so that in that lectures only remaining commands we are going to learn. Now only few commands I am going to show you what is the interface of the terminal and how we can use the command. So first command is ls command. You should not type capital ls. Okay, this command will display the list directory. Look at list directory, it display the list of directory. Directory means folder. Another word for directory is called folder. In Windows we call that folder. Now what are the folders? Are there? Desktop folder is there, download folder is there, music folder is there, public is there, videos is there, document is there, picture is there, etc. These are the folder. If you want to see the list of directory or print the list of directory in the current one, you can use the ls command. Which command? ls command. Okay, suppose print working directory you are going to find, means print the path of the current directory. Current directory's path you are going to print. Then pwd command is there. Now pwd, this command if you type over here, then you will come to know which folder you are working right now. This is the path of the folder or path of the directory shown. The home Dominic folder, because I am working under this path, so this is the path of the current working directory. The print working directory also is called. The next command I am going to type over here to find out who am I, means print the name of the current user on terminal. Print the name of the user on the terminal means the who am I, who is using this operating system. Let's see how this command we can type. So we can type WHOAMI, who am I. Okay, who am I, like this you are going to type. If you made a mistake, then your computer will not going to show any output. Now press enter key and it will display the person who is going to use this computer, that person name will display. Now I am using this computer system, that's why my name is displayed here, Dominic. Okay, so who am I command will display the name of the current user on terminal. Okay, so these are the few commands I showed you here how to use in the Ubuntu. The remaining all we are going to learn in the next lecture. In the next lecture you will understand how to install this Ubuntu operating system, means Linux operating system, on your computer without uninstalling the Windows. We're not going to install Windows, but simultaneously we will use both the operating system, Windows as well as the Linux. So today what are things you have learned? Once again we have revised all these things we have learned today. What is GUI, graphical user interface? This is called graphical user interface. When we click on the icon, or when we select any images, or it open any dialog box, and we communicate, we interact with this to the computer, so that is called as the graphical user interface. Now suppose this is Don Bosco. I'm opening the Don Bosco folder. Now Don Bosco folder I open, and now this the dialog box is open, and I'm going to interact with the computer. I'm telling the computer close this dialog box. I'm clicking on the close, so it is close here. Okay, suppose I am going to open the recycle bin. It's called the trash. So now this is recycle bins dialog box is open. Okay, and you are going to close this. You are going to close this here by clicking on the close button, minimize or restore. This button also you can close. Click, so restore it become. Now close it. So this is called graphical user interface. When you click on the particular icon, when you open the particular application, and when you close that particular applications, you are interacting with the computer using images, icon and dialog boxes. Okay, so that is called as the graphical user interface. The next we have learned that is called command line interface. Now I'm going to show you the command line interface. I already showed you here. To work on the command line interface, you want to go to the terminal. So terminal, you have to type here terminal and open. This is called command line interface. The command line interface is when user interact with the computer using the text. When the user interact with the computer using text, that is called the command, means typing the command into a terminal. A command also called as the action. What action you are going to take? Now suppose I am going to type one command. I want to open the Firefox, so I am typing here the command Firefox. Okay, so Firefox. Now this will open the browser. So the Firefox, and pressing the enter key. Now once I press the enter key, the computer will open the Firefox browser on your computer. Now see, the Firefox browser is open. So this way we can type any command and it will open that application for you. The default CLI on Ubuntu 18.4 or 19.4 is called as the bash, and it is command processor that runs in a text window where the user types a command and that cause actions, and the commands are programs that are run when user type command names. Okay, now close this. Or any other application you are going to open here, just type the name of the application and it will open for you. Close this. So I hope you understood what is graphical user interface and what is command line interface. Now we are going to see how to log out, log in and restart the computer. Okay, now log out or log in the this one, you want to shut down this operating system, just you have to click on this. Now see, this is the user. Log out you want to click, then click on log out. Now see the log out here is asking Dominic will be log out automatically in 60 seconds. Okay, you want to log out, then click, otherwise cancel it. Again go to here and then click on your account setting. You are going to change, you can change the setting. Now here suppose here is a shutdown button, click on this shutdown. Is asking the system will power off automatically in 60 seconds. If you not touch to this. So you want to restart system, click on restart. You want to power off, click on power off. If you don't want to do anything, click on cancel. Okay, once you finish your working on this operating system, you have to click on shutdown button this. Okay, so the similar way you can work, you're working on the Windows, the same way you can work on the Ubuntu Linux operating systems. So I hope you understood the graphical user interface as well as the command line interface. Only two things we have learned in this lecture. The next lectures I'm going to show you how to install Ubuntu on your Windows operating systems. Simultaneously we can use Windows as well as the Linux operating systems. So now I'm going to shut down the Linux operating system. Look here, I'm going to shut down. Click on power off. Now these systems will shut down and I'll come back again to the Windows operating systems. I shut down.